Today is the first of two scheduled trips by the president to Pennsylvania just this week. He's also set to address the nation in front of Independence Hall on Thursday night. And then on Saturday, former President Donald Trump is set to hold a rally near Wilkes-Barre.
These visits certainly put Pennsylvania in the national political spotlight once again. 69 News reporter Bo Colt now is joining us with the impact the state could play in the 2022 midterm elections.
Well, they're about 7 weeks away, Wendy, and after Labor Day, political races really start to heat up in Pennsylvania. Several races showcase how the Keystone State is key in national politics.
We're considered one of the top opportunities to flip a Senate seat in the country.
Giving Northampton County Democratic Party head Matthew Munsey hope in what's typically a terrible year for the party in the White House. And the U.S. Senate race between Dr. Mehmet Oz and John Fetterman puts Pennsylvania in the national spotlight. But add in two key House races between Susan Wild and Lisa Scheller in the 7th District and Matt Cartwright and Jim Bognet in the 8th, and Pennsylvania could be atop the national midterm marquee.
Pennsylvania shapes the discussion as you come out of the New England states and you get into the rest of the country. You realize that Pennsylvania has a lot of different crossroads
that intersect with the economy, voting rights, even democracy itself. Northampton County Republican Committee Chair Glenn Geisinger.
I think we're going to see a very high turnout for a midterm election.
I think our governor's race has in a lot of ways, it's representative of broader national debates.
And this year, after the Supreme Court struck down Roe v. Wade, Pennsylvania's race for governor could be a national litmus test for both sides, says DeSales University political science professor Ted Mastey, as Democrat Josh Shapiro and Republican Doug Mastriano are as far apart as you can get, especially on abortion and talking to mainstream media.
If Mastriano is able to be successful, you might see other Republicans nationally pick up that playbook that we don't need to talk to mainstream media outlets and things like that. If Shapiro were to win sort of decisively, then you would think, hey, the pro-choice messaging is clearly a winning strategy for Democrats.
How about that?
Yeah,
crazy, huh?
It is.
So are there voting trends that you're looking at?
Well, this is interesting. So Democrats still have about a 600,000 voter edge over Republicans. But over the past 10 years, Republicans have made a lot of gains on Democrats. But the independent voter, Rob and Wendy, there's 1.3 million of them. There's been over 235,000 that have switched to independent over the past 10 years. How they vote, that could also give a glimpse into the national picture of how independent voters vote. So also keep an eye out. Here in Pennsylvania, that is really going to shape these races up as the independent voter.
Right. Okay. Thanks, Bo.
Yep.
Thanks, Bo.